Welcome back to the abyss. So, this is another video, what to talk about. For those of you who may have forgotten, I initially started this channel as a general discussions video. That being said, this kind of falls into the realm of general discussions, but it also falls into the realm of what I've been saying in my last, 4, 5 videos, maybe 6. At the time of recording this video, it is 10:45 my time, Eastern time, and the video I recorded last night is currently uploading. If you haven't seen it by the time this video has been posted, I highly recommend that you take a look at it. The video is called The Blood Promise. But again, what to talk about in this video? What could I possibly talk about right now? First off, I think this is the most I've ever uploaded within a week or two. So again, what to talk about? So for the last 3 weeks, and I really want the Illuminati to know this, because again, they know who I am. If they didn't know before, they know now. If they didn't know what I was before, they know what I am now. Over the course of the last 3 weeks or so, I've been having some very strange dreams. That being said, I've woken up every day for the last 3 weeks with a headache. And the headaches only seem to be getting worse. Along with that, I'm waking up and getting out of bed stiff and sore. Now, for most people, that might seem normal. For me, no. The stiffness and soreness I've been experiencing typically come when I'm fresh off of work and I've had some time to sit down and relax. But I'm experiencing this stiffness and soreness after waking up from what's become a normal night's sleep for me. And there's no reason why I should be doing that. Now, I know people wake up stiff all the time, in more ways than one, especially if you're a man. But when I tell you I wake up stiff, I mean almost every joint in my body cracks. The second I go to bend it, the second I go to move that particular part of my body, because I'm that stiff. I've never been that stiff in my life. And when I'm waking up as sore as I typically am after an 8-hour shift on my feet all day. When I'm waking up from sleeping, even if it's only for a couple of hours, and I'm that sore, that tells me there's something else going on. And I have no doubt that it's all connected to these dreams. Now, I made the statement, I've had strange dreams. I've had dreams with creatures in them that I've never seen before, in places that I've never really physically been before. I've had the most recent dream that I can remember anyway, a weapon, a knife that I'd never seen before. In a room that I've never been in, with a door that opens up into what I thought at the time was a gate to hell. Here, it's a gate to my realm. It's a gate to the abyss.
There's no money in dead people. The money is in the middle. People who are alive, sort of, but with one or more chronic conditions that puts them in need of Celebrex or Nasonex or Valtrex or Lunesta.
Yesterday, when I woke up from that particular dream, the dream where the doorway into the abyss opened, I felt different. I've felt different ever since. I feel like I'm here, like I'm in this clusterfuck, this disgusting clusterfuck that you humans call reality. But at the same time, I wasn't. At the same time, my soul was in 6 different parts, in 6 different realms, all of which are realms I reside over. One of those realms being the abyss. And I've had the same phrase uttered repeatedly in my head. It's burned into my head. Find the 6 pieces. The 6 pieces, I'm not exactly sure what these 6 pieces are meant to represent. I know what the 6 pieces are, but I don't know what they're meant to represent. Along with that, I've had the word Madu Blah Pa just on repeat. Almost like a song that gets stuck in your head that you can't get rid of no matter how hard you try. I've had it confirmed through very reliable sources that that is an ancient Babylonian war cry. And then last night, my good friend Kraken shows me a picture of the Pyramid of Giza. Next to the picture is this thing, this form, this whatever you want to call it. He initially thought it was a UFO. I knew it wasn't. And then another word, another phrase entered into my head when I saw that picture, when I saw that being. Asciutto, bird of chaos, is the exact phrase that was seared into my memory. Kraken happened to look that word up. Asciutto is of Oriental origins. Asciutto roughly translates into shadow. There are things about me that I came to terms with a very long time ago. And I'm finding more and more out about myself, literally every day. I find a little bit more out about myself every time I enter into the abyss. The one thing I didn't quite understand was why it was every time I entered into the abyss, it felt like something else took over. There's something else. It was hard to explain because it was not an energy signature that I was too familiar with. It had a very similar energy signature to Lucifer, but it wasn't Lucifer. I've found out through very reliable sources who and what this being was. For you see, when I first really noticed the being, it went by the name Lucifer, but it wasn't Lucifer. He goes by a few names. Lazarus being one of those names. His given name, his true name, is Lucian. Now, you Illuminati fuckers, you should know that name. Because Lucian is the brother of Lucifer. You have owners. They own you. I could sit here and tell you Illuminati assholes that the menagerie of beings sitting in front of you I could literally spend probably an entire video session running down those names. But I'll give you a sneak peek to a few of them. You already know of Karma. You already now know of Lucian. And I'm sure you're already aware of these other names. But I'm going to tell you anyway. The first name, Metalias, the true heir to the throne of hell. Daloth, one of the ancient ones. Of course, you already know of Death and Famine. I believe I've stated in a past video that I became their vessel. You're also looking at the one vessel that holds the 7 deadly sins. You're looking at the vessel that holds every legion of hell, every legion of purgatory, every legion of Shangri-La, and now, truly, every legion in the abyss. And right about now, you might be asking yourselves, why is he telling you this? And that's a good question. Why would I tell you all of this? Why would I start naming off the beings, the realms, the legions that I hold? Because I want you to know, at least in a small magnitude, but I want you to know the magnitude. I want you to have a sense of the magnitude of the forces that now stand against you in this one body. I want you, every time one of my videos crosses your desk, every time my name pops up in one of your files, every time you hear my voice, every time you see my face, I want you to look at the instrument of your downfall. I want you to know what forces you're dealing with when you stand in my way, when you stand against me. And as I begged you in my first video, and I will continue to beg you with every video that I release that even slightly mentions your name, I want you to confront me. Send one of your men in black to my front door. Send a man in black to my job. Send me messages on Facebook. Send me a text on my phone, a voice message on my phone. Pictures of me in a sniper's crosshair. Send me something so that I can truly know that you're afraid of me. So that I can truly know that my videos have struck a chord with you. That I have struck a chord with you.
trying to pull this strings. I was jumping through the rings, but they treat us like we're property. We're fucking human beings, man. Things are not the way it seems. Rarely see the American dreams as us more like a nightmare. Fight there. Yeah, I'll do that when the vote counts. Yeah, I'll do that shit when they don't doubt. Until then, we're all anonymous.
In the past, you've sent hellhounds to discourage me from making a video, let alone posting one. In the past, you've sent shadow figures to intimidate me. Let me ask you something. What do you send when you no longer have control over those beings? You've sent wendigos and rakes, skinwalkers, and night stalkers to try to detour me from my path in the past. You've even sent creatures that I wasn't familiar with. You sent the Greys to watch me, to discourage me. Let me ask you something. What happens when you can no longer use your typical tactics against me? What happens when you lose control over your typical tactics to try to scare me? Because again, there's a lot I found out about myself in this past year. A lot that I found out about my soul. A lot that I found out about my soul's origin. That you could no longer use against me once I found that out. Once I found out what I am, once I found out who I am, once I found out what I control, you could no longer use those creatures to ward me off, to detour me, to discourage me, to intimidate me, whatever you want to use. You couldn't use it anymore. You can't use demons. You can't use hellhounds. You can't use wendigos, night stalkers, skinwalkers, or rakes. You can't use the Greys. So what's left? The Men in Black? A photo of me in a sniper's crosshairs. Some threatening messages are the only tactics you have anymore. But here's the thing. You won't kill me. You're only going to seek to intimidate me. But you won't kill me. Because you know it won't do any good. Because you know where everything in me goes. Should you kill me, you know who I've already chosen to become the vessel for everything in me. And you already know that no matter what, I will be sitting on the throne of hell, waiting for you when you die. And the torture regimens I have in store for the likes of you.
And there's no money in dead people. The money is in the middle. People
As I've stated before, we will not tire, we will not falter, and we will not fail. The reign of the Illuminati's hold on this planet is about to come to an end. the question that you should be asking yourself is when. When does the rabbit hole finally come down? When does the Demon King usher in his new age? When does your empire fall? So enjoy your reign while you can. Because we're coming for you. And we won't stop until we tear it to the ground.